Picture this. It's 2026, and your every financial transaction is being watched. Every coffee you buy, every online purchase, every transfer to a friend. All of it tracked, analyzed, and stored. Sounds like a sci-fi dystopia, right? Well, this could be our reality. But there's a resistance brewing in the digital world, a financial revolution fighting for your right to privacy. This is the story of privacy coins versus global regulations, the great financial battle of 2026. So, what exactly are we talking about here? Let's start with the basics. Most people think cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are completely anonymous. That's a common misconception. While your name isn't directly attached to a Bitcoin transaction, the blockchain is a public ledger. With enough resources and expertise, government agencies and blockchain analysis firms can trace transactions back to individuals. Think of it like a trail of digital breadcrumbs. For a long time, this was enough for most people. But as governments worldwide started looking closer, a new need arose: true financial privacy. Enter the privacy coins. Names like Monero, Zcash, and Dash are the champions of this movement. Unlike Bitcoin, these cryptocurrencies are specifically designed to obscure the details of transactions. They use advanced cryptography to hide the sender, the receiver, and the amount being transferred. Monero, for example, uses something called ring signatures and stealth addresses to make transactions virtually untraceable. Zcash offers shielded transactions that use zero-knowledge proofs, a mind-bending piece of math that lets you prove something is true without revealing any of the underlying information. It's like telling someone you know a secret password without ever saying the password itself. For years, these coins existed on the fringes, used by a mix of privacy advocates, tech enthusiasts, and yes, some individuals who wanted to hide illicit activities. But as we move deeper into the 2020s, the landscape is shifting dramatically. Why now? Because the regulatory hammer is coming down, and it's coming down hard. By 2026, the world looks very different for crypto. The early Wild West days are long gone. Major economies have rolled out comprehensive regulatory frameworks. We're talking about the Financial Action Task Force, or FATF, and their travel rule. This rule requires financial institutions, including crypto exchanges, to collect and share personal data about who is sending and receiving funds. The goal is to combat money laundering and terrorist financing, which are legitimate concerns. But for privacy advocates, it's a massive overreach. This is where the conflict explodes. On one side, you have global regulators, tax agencies like the IRS, and law enforcement, all demanding transparency. They argue that complete financial anonymity is a recipe for disaster, enabling crime on a global scale. They point to high-profile cases where privacy coins were allegedly used for dark web markets or to evade sanctions. Their stance is simple. If you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. But is it really that simple? On the other side, you have a passionate community of developers, users, and civil liberties groups who argue that financial privacy is a fundamental human right. It's not about hiding illegal activity. It's about protecting yourself from surveillance. Think about it. Do you want your landlord knowing how you spend your money? Your insurance company? A future employer? What about a repressive government tracking the donations you make to political causes they don't like? In 2026, this isn't just a theoretical debate anymore. Major cryptocurrency exchanges are facing a critical choice. To stay compliant and keep their banking partners, many have been forced to delist privacy coins. Getting your hands on Monero or Zcash is no longer as simple as logging into your favorite app. You have to navigate decentralized exchanges, or DEXs, and peer-to-peer platforms, which can be more complex and risky for the average user. This has created a split in the crypto world: the clean, regulated side and the private, unregulated side. The technological arms race is also heating up. Regulators are pouring money into blockchain analysis firms that claim they can crack the anonymity of some privacy coins. These firms are developing sophisticated AI-powered tools to find patterns and weaknesses in the cryptographic shields. In response, The developers of privacy coins are working tirelessly, releasing updates and new protocols to stay one step ahead. It's a constant game of cat and mouse, a digital battle of wits between the code makers and the code breakers. So, what does this mean for the average person in 2026? It means your financial freedom is at a crossroads. The convenience of using regulated, government-approved digital currencies, including central bank digital currencies or CBDCs, will be tempting. These will be easy to use, integrated into everything, and completely transparent to the authorities. They offer stability, but at the cost of privacy. On the other hand, choosing to use privacy coins will be a conscious and potentially difficult decision. It will mean taking extra steps to protect your financial sovereignty. It's a choice between convenience and control, between transparency and anonymity. The battle isn't just being fought in code or in government hearing rooms. It's being fought in the choices each of us makes every single day. Let's look at a hypothetical scenario in 2026. Imagine a freelance journalist working on a sensitive story about corporate corruption. They need to pay a source for information without revealing the source's identity or their own. Using a bank transfer or even Bitcoin is too risky. The trail could be followed. This is where a privacy coin becomes an essential tool for free speech and holding power accountable. It's not about crime. It's about protection. Now, let's flip the coin. Imagine a law enforcement agency trying to track down a human trafficking ring that is using untraceable crypto to launder its profits. For them, the encryption of privacy coins is a massive wall that prevents them from following the money and bringing criminals to justice. This is the core dilemma, and there's no easy answer. Both sides have valid points. The debate has also become a major political issue. By 2026, politicians are no longer just talking about Bitcoin's price. They're debating the very nature of money and privacy in the digital age. Some are pushing for outright bans on all privacy-enhancing technologies, labeling them as tools for criminals. Others are advocating for a more balanced approach, recognizing the legitimate need for privacy while still trying to find ways to prevent illicit use. This has created strange alliances with crypto-anarchists and civil liberties unions on one side and big banks and government agencies on the other. So what's the endgame? Will governments succeed in stamping out privacy coins, forcing all digital finance into a transparent, regulated system? Or will the technology of privacy prove too resilient, creating a permanent, parallel financial system outside of government control? The truth is, the future is likely something in between. We might see a world where most day-to-day transactions happen on regulated platforms for convenience, while privacy coins serve a crucial niche role for those who need and value true financial sovereignty. The fight for privacy won't just disappear. As long as there are people who believe it's a right worth defending, the technology will continue to evolve. The battle of 2026 is about more than just crypto. It's about what kind of digital future we want to live in. One where every action is monitored for our safety and security, or one where we retain a measure of personal autonomy and freedom. The lines have been drawn, and the clash between privacy and regulation is defining the next chapter of our financial world. Your wallet, your data, your freedom, it's all on the line. The debate is complex, and the stakes couldn't be higher. This isn't just for tech nerds anymore. This affects every single one of us. Thanks for watching. If you found this dive into the future of finance interesting, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more content.